Welcome back to the Foundation 101. It's Anton, and in this lesson I want to show you one of my favorite tools to create visual content called Canva. In one of my previous lessons I covered platform optimization. This is where you optimize your content to display right on different platforms. You want your content to look professional. You don't want sides chopped off. You don't want things to not be in the right shape. You want to fill up and use all the space you can on different platforms. This makes your content look more professional and trustworthy. So one of the cool things about Canva is they have presets for different types of social media so you can display your content right. So if you know the size dimension for the graphic you're creating, you just go to custom dimensions and you can just type in whatever you would like here, width and height. So if you go over here to the left and click on social media and then go to the right and click see all, you'll see all of the different presets for different types of social media. Now, if you come down to the social media section, you see each social media platform, and as you hover over each picture, they show the dimensions right under it. So here you see there's Facebook, Instagram story, Facebook story, the Facebook cover photo, Facebook app, WhatsApp, Tumblr, LinkedIn, Snapchat, Pinterest, the WhatsApp store. You have all these different dimensions so you can have your content display properly. So say you want to create an Instagram story graphic. You just click over here, click on Instagram story, and then the proper size pops right up for you. Now over here to the left are templates, and you can actually search templates. So say you want to do an Instagram story about sports. You just type in sports and boom, here you go. So you just pick the one you like the best, click on it, and it loads up right here on your canvas. Now everything on this canvas you can modify. So say you don't want this here, you can move it around, you can make it bigger, smaller, you can change colors, you can put your own picture. Say you got a picture of yourself, you can just delete that and then put your own picture in there. You can change the words. You can say I'm winning. You basically do anything you want here. Let's see if you want to change a color here. Say I don't want that color, I want to do a red. Boom, that looks awful, but you can kind of play with it and see what you like to make for your graphic. So now I want to show you a few hacks, a few tricks when using Canva. So say I'm creating an Instagram story for a car detail service. I can go to Pixabay. This is where you can get royalty-free images. And let's say type in car wash. So I scroll down and find one I like. Let's do this one here. I click on it. Download. I'm not logged in right now, but it won't ask you this if you have an account. You're logged in, free account. Alright, it's downloaded. And then I'm just going to drag it and drop it right in here in the Canva. Okay, and you just click on it and bring it on into your graphic. So when you get your picture in, you click on the image on the screen, and you can actually put filters in, kind of like Instagram. You know how you can put filters and make it have different types of shade. You can go black and white, grayscale, and they have different ones you can just try and play around with. Some of these look pretty cool. You also have effects. I haven't really played with those yet. You can go to adjust, change the contrast. I might want to add some contrast and brightness to kind of brighten it up. You can change the saturation, the tint. You can make it blurry, X process, and vignette kind of gives it a little dark shade around the edge of it. So you got that, and if you want to undo anything, there's an undo button up here. You just click undo, and it puts everything right back the way it was. Also crop, you have the crop feature to where I can take just certain parts of the picture. Say I didn't like the guy in it, which in this case I wouldn't do that, but And you can also flip. So you can actually just click on the image and click flip horizontal, and it'll do the other side if you like coming in on that side better. And you can also flip it vertical, turn it upside down. Now, one thing I find useful whenever I'm trying to create graphics, sometimes you'll have a picture and you want to put words on top of the picture, and the words kind of blend in and don't look right. So a little trick I learned, you actually can go to shapes. I'll click on a square, and I'll put the entire shape over it. So say I want to make it lighter so I can have a darker word on it. I click on the color, I go to white, and over at the top here you have the transparency. You can actually like adjust the transparency to make it lighter, so when you go to put words on it, it won't blend in too much. Or you can do it the other way around. You can do it dark, or any color. You can make a color tint as well. So right here you can see the white looks super light on here, so I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna change the square to black, and then we're gonna make the transparency, so I'll make it nice and dark so you can see my words clearly. And I also want to go over the tools over here on the top right. When you're ready to download your image, you click download and then you choose the format. Position's a really big one. In some cases you have an element that needs to go behind another element. So say I wanted to put this word behind that dark tint I just put up. So I basically click on the words here, I click position, and I hit backwards. So now it's behind. Now the front layer is that tint that I created with the square, and then behind that layer is the words, and then the back layer is the actual image. You can also add a link up here at the top. You can lock an item so it can't move anywhere, and duplicate. So say sometimes I have the perfect font or colors for the text on the screen, and instead of me going and modifying a new text, because it gives you the default, you can actually take your text here or anything on the canvas, you can click on it and go to duplicate. So then I can actually just change the words down here to whatever I want it to be. And then you've got your trash icon. So basically if you don't like something, you click on it and hit trash. So there's a Chrome extension that's a must-have whenever you're making graphics on Canva. It's called the Color Pick Eyedropper tool. And what it does is, let me go to a different design here, one of my old designs. So take this graphic for instance. You see there's a gradient that goes from like a lighter purple to a darker purple, and I kind of want that to just blend in so I can put my text and all the other graphics on the other side here. So I get this image to the size that I like. We'll say about that size, and then I go to my Color Pick Eyedropper tool at the top, and then hover over the color that I want to duplicate, and you click on it, and there it is. There's a code for it. So to get out of it, you click again and then press X. So for the background, I'm gonna go to new color, and then I just paste this color here. So you see now I have the background blends in perfectly with the graphic. It looks like it's meant to be. And then say I want to take it a little further, and I'll use this lighter purple here. I'll take that, copy, and then this time I'm going to do a gradient. So I want the gradient to kind of like blend into this background color. So I go to elements, and then I'm going to type in gradients. So what I do is I click on the square here. I'm going to change the size of it. then I click on the colors. I'm going to make the color on the right blend in, which is that one right there. And then I'm going to use my color picker here to do like this lighter purple here. So I copy that, get out of it, click on this, go to the other part of the gradient, then I paste it, and just like that, I have a gradient that blends into the background pretty fluidly. So Canva has a feature where you move around elements. You see how it kind of has a jump from here to here. It's like a suggested where it should be. It helps you line things up properly. But there's some cases where you don't want it to jump. You want it to be exactly where you want to put it. And there's a way to fix that. All you do is hit Control, hold Control, and it lets you move it exactly where you want to. You see how it's not jumping now when I move it up and down? I can put it like, I can line it up exactly where I want it without it pulling it to a suggested spot. So that was just a quick demo of what you can do inside of Canva. If you have any trouble with anything, come inside the Facebook group and I'm willing to help you out. If I don't already know, I can find out for you. And feel free to come in and show your graphics and any little quick hacks you might have learned as well.